Hey there, Tyler. I'm doing a little feedback video to your for your post, right? So keyringnow.com, pretty nice domain. So let's see what you're saying. Quarantine, yada yada yada. You're afraid that it's poorly designed. You try to keep it Spartan and focus on usability. MVP feature set is too small. So as a good product manager will tell you, there's no such thing as a feature set too small. If you identify the right feature that solves a lot of pain, then it doesn't matter if it's a huge or, huge set or a small set. If that's what, brings the ball home, then that'll do. So don't worry about that. Just make sure that you focus your work. So hoping that you can get some landing page. So I opened up your landing page and let's see it. This is the first time opening it. I haven't scrolled yet. So Keyringnow beta. Okay. All your software licenses managed. Never miss a renewal. Never forget another expiration. So this, it's pretty obvious what it is, right? It just an organizer for software licenses. Now, the question is, what kind of software licenses do you support? That would be my first question, straight off the bat. What I don't like about this section is the fact that you have this thing, this graphic, this design, and it doesn't show me your software. I have no idea what you're trying to sell me because this isn't pretty much doesn't match this, right? All your software licenses, are they supposed to be software licenses? This look more like Word documents with a snail mail and like some lady, waiting for something. I don't know. All right, so let's give it a scroll. First of all, second thing, too much space in between the first scroll and the second part. But let's keep going. Save your time using Keyringnow. Okay. So is this some kind of benefit? You save time, so that's why you're saying it. Is this the biggest benefit of? I think what you should do here instead would be find the use case the most common that happens when people either lose their software licenses or they expire and they don't know when they expire and therefore they're like, oh no, when do I have to renew it? And you should probably have that here as a text. But let's have a look. Order licenses all in one place. Manage your team. Our undivided attention. So these are easy to read. Anything below this is extremely hard to read. The icons, very Spartan, but I think they can work. Definitely, this one definitely works. This one wouldn't work, and this one probably doesn't work either. I understand that you like you said, like you said in your post, like poor design. This, you can find SVGs, you can find images across the web. They're free to use, most of them, as long as you credit, and you don't need to just use random icons that, it feels a little bit like you didn't think these icons through too much. But definitely the most important thing is think about the text. This is really hard to read. And I'm on a 27-inch screen. It's just the color, the new, the shade. So I'm gonna read it. See all of your licenses one place. You're missing something here. There's a guy that I've spoken to that has a software that will help you identify typos. It will help you identify things that are that don't make sense on your landing page because of the copyright. Might be too weak. You should probably check it out. The website is targetaudience.app, and the maker's name is yours. Or Jors, depending on how you pronounce it. I'll put that as a reply to your Indie Hacker post so you can check it out. So all your licenses in one place. So it's like a database for licenses, and they see whether they're expiring or not, okay, or if they're not used. So it must be something that connects deeply right within your team if that's how it works. And that's interesting. I don't know how you're gonna do that. Simply securely send licenses to your team members. Okay, perfect. That's basically like a LastPass or a 1Password. Every customer is important. If you need something else, we can make it faster than the big guys. So this isn't really a feature. This is just saying, hey, I'm a developer, I can build anything that makes sense. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put this here. This is more for something that you do after you had a first conversation with them. So definitely don't put this here. Stop wasting time. Spreadsheet can offer the ease of use. Big enterprise applications are way too expensive and have features you don't need. No. Get started for free. So again, you're just talking about saving time. Another image that doesn't have, any correlation with saving time. I still don't know what your software looks like. Request Keyringnow beta. Simplify now. Simplify. Super, I call this like a blah headline because it's so blah. It's bland, right? It doesn't have a feel. It doesn't have a color, kind of, it's kind of like, yeah, I'll just throw some text here. Definitely needs some improvements. Let me think of something. So like I said, let's recap this really quickly. Run your page through targetaudience.app, then use screenshot here. That's very powerful. It shows what the software does. Or if you don't have a software, a screenshot of your software license manager, just add an image that's more representative of, managing software licenses, keeping them safe. So maybe it's like a safe with like computer stuff inside. I don't know. It could be something animated. It could be really cool. Or it could simply be, just copy and paste a bunch of images together with Photoshop or your photo editing tool of choice and make it look like, it supports your H1. Then definitely here, this is where you address the customer and you're like, aren't you bored of losing your licenses? Or, hey, what do you do when, you don't know how many licenses you've got? Or, never lose licenses for your software ever again. Never do this ever again, or stop doing this, do this instead. This is the right place to write about this stuff. And then once you give that as a headline, then you give kind of like a breakdown of the new way of doing things. So, if it was like, are you fed up of losing count of how many licenses you've got? When then here you would say, we track all of your licenses, we assign licenses per teammate, we track usage of licenses so you don't have to repurchase licenses for software that never gets used. There you go. That's a much better way. So definitely cut off all this like white space. There's way too much. It's good to use a little bit of white space. This is way too much. Don't do that much. And then what do I get for signing, like requesting? Like what's, do I get an email? Are you going to offer me some kind of, what people call a lead magnet is basically something that makes people want to click and wants to give your details out. About Keyringnow, that's pretty nice, but what about you? Tell me about you. Why did you build this? Who are you? Where are you based? What do you look like? Give me some story. Storytelling is super powerful and I think you need to use it. Don't just live it. Any way to contact you? Well, this link doesn't work. This is and there's no Twitter, there's nothing, right? Ever seen solutions. I guess people could maybe link that. You have a website for your Have Seen Solutions website. Anyway, I think this is enough feedback. There's definitely a lot you can do with this page to make it stand out and to basically hit the pain points of your customers so that they actually want to sign up. The way you did it, I know you wanted feedback, so here it is. I personally would not sign up. I'm very unfortunately unimpressed. If I had to score you, this would be maybe like a 5 out of 10, because you didn't show me anything, and the text doesn't make me want to click on anything, and the images, they're not really in sync. So as harsh as this sound, I hope this feedback makes sense, and I hope that the review of your landing page was good enough that you're gonna go and do some changes. If you want to discuss anything, feel free to reach out. All my details are in the description box of this video. If you liked it, subscribe. You can see all of the other feedback videos I've done in my channel. And yeah, have a great day, and I hope to see your landing page being redesigned, and feel free to submit it later on, and I'll take a new look at that. All right, take care.